Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today I'm back with another vinyl update for you guys. Man. So I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. I got my coffee here, which I am trying very hard to quit, but it is not easy. Yeah, but enough rambling. Let's get right into these records. And we're gonna kick this one off with a banger, and that is Outkast, Stankonia. Yeah, you know, the older I get, the more I appreciate this album. It did drop at sort of a weird and immature point in my life. But when I finally got really into Outkast, I always gravitated towards AT-Aliens and Aquemini. But this one is like kind of the best one in the discography, I think now. Yeah, I've revisited this one, and it's just so much more wildly experimental and bombastic and aggressive than the other stuff. It's crazy. And this is a really cool pressing. This was a Record Store Day exclusive. Check this shit out. It's orange with like black and yellow and like purple in there with splatter. It's so cool. This pressing is insane. I don't remember how many it was limited to, but yeah, I mean, it was a really lackluster Record Store Day. I do remember that. It might have been like a Black Friday Record Store Day, actually. But yeah, I mean, going back to this record, I mean, their best tracks are on it. I mean, their most popular tracks, too, are on it. I mean, I don't know. This album is just, like, amazing. It just gets better with time. Next up, moving right along to another record I love dearly, and that is Geogaddi by Boards at Canada. Yeah, this was long out of print, I remember, for a while, and this was officially reissued through Warp Records a few years back. I don't remember when I scooped this, but I've had it for a little while now. And yeah, this is one of the better Boards of Canada albums. I mean, they have a lot of really amazing work, in my opinion, but this one's one of the better ones, one of the darker ones, too. Here's the gatefold. It's like a double gatefold, if I can get all of that on camera there. Lots of images, lots of art on this reissue. It's a triple LP as well. I'm not going to pull the entire thing out and show you, but here's one of the records, just a standard black, triple LP. It's a pretty big album, but yeah, this album's amazing. I mean, I think the first time I heard a song from this record, I was working in a movie theater, and Sinister was playing, and I used to have to go through the aisles and like clean out the popcorn and stuff after, and the credit music was Gyroscope from this album, and I was always remembering being like, what in the hell is this? Like, it was just like the creepiest credit music. Also, here's a look at one of the inner sleeves. This also has a ton of really cool artwork on it as well. So, I mean, if you do have this, or don't have this, I mean, I highly suggest getting it in your collection. And it did come with a bunch of stickers that are not in here for some reason. I don't know what I did with those, but it did come with like a sticker sheet too. And hopping into another classic in my book, Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. One of my favorite hip-hop records of all time. There was one point in time, and, kind of still happens nowadays, where, I consider this some of the coolest sounding music I'd ever come across, and in some regards, I still feel like that. Electric Relaxation is such a classic all-time beat. I mean, that song is, you don't need me to explain it to you. And here's the record, just a standard black reissue. I don't even know what year this is from. I mean, I got this pretty cheap at a local record store because, this one gets a lot of turntable time compared to a lot of other albums, so nothing super exclusive that I need to have about it, but I do need it in the collection at all times. Next up, here's another Record Store Day exclusive that I'm just realizing is still sealed. I never opened it. That's Gorillaz The Fall. I'm not really too huge on this Gorillaz project. It's okay, it's decent. I do listen to it, but not my favorite. I picked this up on a whim on Record Store Day because they had a bunch of copies of it, and I wanted to have everything that the Gorillaz had on vinyl, so I did pick this up. And I haven't opened it. I haven't spun it, obviously. I don't listen to this too often. And actually, you know what? We're just gonna open it because I know it is a cool colored pressing, and it's like green or something like that, translucent green. So give me a minute here. We're just gonna open it up. Ooh, I'm liking the inner sleeve. It's got some cool, really nice colorful artwork, and it is like a translucent green. It's like a putrid color green. I thought this was like forest green, but that doesn't look forest green to me. That looks like deep olive or something. Okay, moving right along here, I have Spencer Radcliffe's Looking In. Here's a little like singer-songwriter LP that I think is vastly overlooked from a lot of people. Kind of in that lo-fi singer-songwriter range, like your Phil Elverums, your Alex G's, your Elvis Presley's of the world. And this is a good album. I like this one. I like just like the, a range of influences that come together on here in this very kind of like soft-spoken sort of way. And this was a special pressing. I think this one's only out of 50. It had this like pre-order jacket. It's like a cardboard screen-printed jacket with a maze on it that I think, it opens up, and I think you put the record inside of here. It did come with a promo poster in there as well. And the record itself is very nice. It's a translucent orange pressing, which looks nice with those leaves on there and the labeling. Very fall-like. This is a very fall album, very insular album. First track does drag on a bit. If you haven't heard this record, you go check it out. But once that gets by, the rest of the album is pretty fantastic in my opinion. Yeah, so next up here is actually not a full-length LP. It's a test pressing of a single by Pavement. I thought would be cool to show. And it's for, you know, Trigger Cut Plus 2. This is like an old 90s promotional record that my cousin bought for me while he was in England, I believe. He found this at like a record store. I have no idea what he paid for it. He just kind of gifted it to me because he knows I'm like a huge Pavement fan. And I was just like, are you serious? One of the only test pressings in my collection. And it's really, really cool. It's just a white label test pressing. Nothing too special about that. But what I thought was really awesome about this one in particular is that it came with an original press release here that, you know, would be given to the radio station or the record store before they played it or something like that. And I'll read it to you. There's like an interesting little bit on here. It says the background, Pavement are currently the hottest band in America since the Nirvana phenomenon. They will be releasing their debut UK single on the 13th of July. It tells you how many that the band sold. It says the band's album Slanted and Enchanted has sold over 7,000 units. And this single will feature 2 brand new tracks. It's actually, the tracks on here have Sue Me, Jack, and So Stark. That's the B-side. And it also has a few selling points on here and marketing techniques that they suggest. And they're saying that, you know, they expected to sell an average of 500 copies for this single per week, as it does have 2 unreleased tracks. So they thought this was going to be a pretty hot release here. It says the band's profile is still massive. It literally says that in the release. Yeah, it does say, like, you know, how to promote it in the store. It's got Pavement mega ashtrays listed on here, which is, I mean, I've never seen one of those, but yeah, that would have been cool. But yeah, you know, really cool piece of Pavement history in the collection. That's really awesome to have. And sticking on that Pavement train, how about this deluxe box set of Brighten the Corners? A good Pavement album, not my favorite one, but one I do enjoy. Almost like a more refined version or reserved version as well for Wowie Zowie. This is a really awesome, huge release here. I mean, it's got, I think it's like 4 LPs. I don't remember. It's so much stuff. I mean, there's like a book in here with a bunch of artwork, and there's a bunch of just drawings and write-ups and all that good stuff. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This thing is insane. I think I bought this used on Discogs. Just because, like, you know, this has seemed like the version to have. Like, a lot of Pavement's albums haven't been reissued in any, like, sort of colorful pressing. Only, like, Slanted and Enchanted, I think. But yeah, so this one is the one I went for. Just a standard black album. Really cool with the cats on the labeling. I love that, how it matches the colors. And yeah, just like a really huge, beefy, just major Pavement release for the collection. I really wish all their albums got this deluxe treatment with all the bonus tracks. Moving right along, hitting you guys with the Stone Cold Classics today. This one's the self-titled for Modern Lovers, the debut. I love this album. This is a seminal proto-punk album. Absolutely love this album. You know, nothing I can really say about it that hasn't already been said, but if you do enjoy your early punk music, like your Iggy Pop and your, you know, your Television, you know, you gotta listen to the Modern Lovers. Love this album. This one's a Newberry Comics exclusive, and it's really cool. It's black and blue, split colored. I don't remember how many it was limited to, but I did grab this as soon as I saw it, because I absolutely love this album. So much fun. I mean, Roadrunner, Astral Plane, I mean, Roadrunner is such a fun opener for a rock album. It's just like the ultimate like party starter. I love it. And we're coming up on the home stretch here. We got a 12-inch single from My Bloody Valentine, Glider. This is a really awesome 12-inch that I tracked down a long time ago, before, you know, a lot of My Bloody Valentine stuff got really expensive. I don't believe this has been reissued since the 90s, but this is a Glider EP. This has Soon on it, which is like the big single, but it also has Glider, Don't Ask Why, and Off Your Face, a couple non-Loveless tracks. Yeah, and if you've heard Glider, that track is like an out-of-body experience. It's like, it's really odd and strange. And here's the vinyl. It's a standard black. The labeling is like amazing. I mean, it's perfect. You know, it just looks so cool. Especially when you're spinning that on your turntable. But this is a really, really good little EP here from the My Bloody Valentine. And last up, I thought it'd be cool to show this MF Doom picture disc that I have. It is a batch of remixes from the JJ Doom album. As you can see on the back here, this whole thing is etched with all the JJ Doom art. Yeah, this has all of the remixes that landed as bonus tracks, if I'm remembering correctly, from the JJ Doom album. So like the Tom York mix is on here and stuff like that. Really cool release overall. And you know, I'm a huge Doom fan, so it's something I really want in the collection. And this it's gonna be hard to show, but it did come with a pop-out Doom mask, which is really awesome. I never really used it, but some of the pieces are starting to come out here. But it's got the album art in the back if you want to see it there. But yeah, you can make this into a Doom mask for yourself, a little piece of string. This one was limited. I don't remember how many too. Oh, the Bookhead EP. That's what this is called. Jeez, I completely forgot. But yeah, there's some really fun remixes on here to have. And you know, even if you want to just display it, I mean, the cover art is just, or at least the picture disc art is really cool. So, but yeah, awesome, awesome. R.I.P. MF Doom. So yeah, thanks for hanging with me. If you're still watching this video, that's going to do it for another vinyl update batch for you. I'll be back very soon with another one. So I hope you are doing well. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you like. If you want more content from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace.